Welcome to Waste Reduction Week, where the weekend theme is swap, share, repair. I'm back in my messy sewing room. Today I'm gonna tie in the ideas of sharing and repairing to talk about sharing your skill set. Obviously we all have different skills, different things that we're good at, and one of the things that I have as a skill is my sewing abilities. So I'm yet again playing with getting rid of my baby clothes. We all have different skills and we all have different abilities, and what I can do and what someone else can do isn't exactly the same thing. And what a great idea it would be to actually share those skill sets between each other as a great way to help each other to reduce waste. So for me personally, one of my good waste reducing skill sets is my ability to sew. I'm gonna preface this because I do have friends who watch this video, and I don't want anyone getting any big ideas here about what I'm offering up here. If I can help someone to repair an item, to keep it from being wasted, if I could help someone mend a hole in their jeans or to fix a ripped seam, then that's gonna have a lot of waste reducing value. And vice versa, you know, if I don't know how to fix electronics, but I have an electronic that is broken in a way that is repairable, you know, if I have someone in my life who can do that for me, and I can take that repairing route, that's going to keep that item from being wasted as well. I think one of the things that's really frustrating about the world that we live in is the fact that it can cost as much as a new product to repair the product you already have. And obviously the quality of a product that is repairable is going to be better than those, you know, semi-disposable cheap items that you can get. But if budget is part of the reason why, you know, you're maybe first interested in reducing your waste, then it's hard to have to spend that money that you wouldn't have spent otherwise to continue to try to reduce your waste. So maybe there's someone that you know that can help you. And another thing too is if there's someone that you know who has those skills, you know, maybe an even better step than just trading off, you know, the repairs to each other would be to take some time and to teach each other how to do those skills as well. The super basic way that I'm going to be sharing repairing today is I'm yet again dealing with all these kids' clothes that I have to get rid of, and there is an item that I'm done with. It doesn't fit Sam anymore, but it's been damaged. I don't know if you can see this. Hello. There's a big hole in it, and this is a super simple repair to do. This is just the seams come undone a little bit, and it's at the bottom where the zipper is. You know, this was a homemade item, and the person who made this didn't necessarily know exactly what they were doing, and so I can get at her and repair it up nice and good, make it so it'll last through another baby. And that's going to be of value because this item with this hole in it, if I was to donate it away at this point, it's garbage. Like this, I was like, oh, yeah, simple fix, just pass it on and whoever wants it will fix it. But the reality is that what I take for granted as a simple fix, being able to sew, is something that someone who doesn't have the skills that I have is just going to see this item as garbage. So I'm going to take a couple minutes here. I'm going to fix up this item, and it's going to mean that it's going to have way more life than it would have if I just donated it on broken. repairing kind of feels sometimes like it's a dying art. You know, it's really frustrating with electronics for me personally, because they're an item that you think should be repairable. You know, you think of like a cell phone. We all have one of these in our pockets, and how many of us have broken the screen on one of these? And I know that with my husband's phone, the last time it broke, the cost of replacing the screen was the exact same price as a new phone. So, you know, it makes those items obsolete in that the pricing of repairing becomes a point of resistance to keeping the item longer than we would have. And, you know, the built-in obsolescence in those items makes them kind of just part of that garbage cycle. You know, I think that's why, going back to the first video, the idea of circular economy and the idea of building a product that can be repaired is really important, because, you know, as a consumer, I can do as much as I can to keep my products lasting for as long as possible. But, you know, stuff happens, life happens, and if these products are built to be repaired rather than built to be disposed of, and, you know, disposed of can mean recycling, like that's, you know, that's still a form of waste, even though it's better than going straight to the landfills. But, you know, so I know that I can take my phone apart and they can pull out the little bits and pieces and find something of value in it, but it would be so much better if they were built knowing that screens are going to break. So let's make the screens as repairable as possible. Same with like operating systems and all that stuff, you know, like let's encourage through our consumer habits stuff that can be repaired. You know, obviously clothes is one of the best examples of stuff that's really easy to be repaired, but I know for me, I've been experiencing this a lot, and I see it online all the time, and my mom was complaining about it, and so much of the clothes that we wear these days are these super fine knits. You know, like I've some in my pile over here. You know, like how classic is this as an item? You know, like flowy, knit, stretchy, comfortable, but, you know, can be dressy, cotton shirts. And, you know, the reason why this shirt is down here in the pile is it actually has some holes in it. And, you know, I can know how to sew, but that doesn't change the fact that there's, you know, these holes in these fine knit fabric that are just gonna pretty quickly spread and, you know, make the item looking pretty unwearable. And part of that is because of the way the fabric is made, and, you know, the thing that makes it so easily to be damaged is the thing that we like so much about it. It's that soft, stretchy, you know, breathability. But so, you know, even with clothing, there's so much of a limit, and, you know, like I've kind of said in all these videos, I don't want to give up those clothes because they're super comfy. I don't want to turn away from those clothes and go to like more rugged, heavy materials that, you know, are more repairable and wear longer, you know, wear Carhartts every day instead of my jeans that have, you know, the 5% spandex in them that makes them feel like yoga pants, right? It's a luxury to have those comforts, and, you know, it's hard to give up luxuries. So, you know, if we can take those small steps to fix the stuff that we can, maybe it can help to justify having those items that, you know, are more susceptible to waste. So, I mean, you know, like back to the cell phone. Maybe it is okay that our cell phones break and they don't repair super easily. But it'd be better if they did. Better if they did. Better if we didn't have to get a new one every year. So, if you're like me and you know how to sew, maybe don't be like me and let people know you know how to sew, and take one for the team. You know, I'm not saying I'm gonna hem your guys' jeans. I don't like doing that. You can just pay the $5 to get the professional. I know that no one's coming and offering me babysitting in exchange for these mending, but yeah, like if you have a shirt and it's perfectly fine, but the seam's busted out, you know, I guess I have to practice what I preach. So yes, I will fix that for you. Just none of those stretchy ones. I'm no good at the stretchy stuff. It's gotta be like a side seam, okay? So I guess since I talked about sharing and repairing, that means tomorrow I gotta do swap. gotta cover all my bases here, gotta do all the themes, right? So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. And if you haven't seen the other videos yet, make sure to check those ones out too.